Hello everyone, thank you all for joining today's webinar on Microsoft Fabric and Copilot for NextGen analytics applications. In this webinar, we wanted to introduce Microsoft Fabric, an all-in-one analytics platform that brings together the best of Power BI, Azure Synapse, and Azure Data Factory. Fabric empowers everyone in your organization, from data engineers to business users, to seamlessly collaborate and extract value from your data. But Fabric isn't just a unified platform. It is supercharged by Microsoft Copilot, an intelligent AI assistant powered by cutting-edge generative AI. Imagine writing data flows and reports with natural language. Simply tell Copilot what you want to achieve, and it will translate your ideas into code. Building complex analytic model in a flash. With Copilot, you can analyze your data and suggest the right approach, saving you time and effort. Imagine in uncovering hidden insights with ease. You can simply ask Copilot about your data, and it will generate stunning reports that reveal the stories within. I would like to introduce myself, Alex Jasing. I'm the Director of Technology for AI and ML Solutions at Royal Cyber. I also have with me Osama Khan. He's our Senior Data Scientist. He'll be leading through the presentation and the demo. The agenda for today's webinar is to introduce you about Royal Cyber, on the capabilities and what we do. And we also want to introduce the Microsoft Core Fabric. We have a demo, we have an overview. We also want to share the key features of Microsoft Fabric. We also want to talk about licensing and costing, how you can use in your enterprise, and how Royal Cyber can help you jumpstart in the journey of Microsoft Fabric. And at the end, we have question and answer time where you can ask all your questions. In the middle, if you have any questions, you can simply post your questions in the Teams chat, and we will be happy to answer you. Royal Cyber is an IT consulting and digital transformation company. We specialize in services, solutions, and software. We have almost 20 years of experience, and we have 2,000 plus employees globally. We have 250 plus certified consultants, and we have like more than 600 plus clients. And we are Microsoft Gold partners. Some of the Royal Cyber solutions include digital experience and portal, analytics and big data, data science, DevOps, blockchain, and we also have cloud solutions. Without wasting any further time, let me hand over to Osama. He will take us through the Microsoft Fabric and the demo for that.
So thank you, Alex, for the wonderful introduction. First, we will see the demo, that how Microsoft Fabric with Copilot can do wonders. But before that, let's see the video, getting the glimpse of what we can do with the Microsoft Fabric and generative AI. Let's go for the video first, and then we will go for the demo part.
Next generation AI in Microsoft Fabric empowers you to unlock the full potential of your data. With Copilot integrated into every data experience, Microsoft Fabric lets you use natural language to bring your data to life. From integrating data to writing code to finding insights and creating reports, new transformative AI experiences work alongside you every step of the way, so you can stay focused on getting value from your data. Copilot helps turn your words into data flows and data pipelines, so you can intelligently integrate data from anywhere. When writing code, Copilot automatically suggests code and entire functions in real time, and Copilot can guide you to create machine learning models to unlock insights in your data. Just by chatting with Copilot, you can visually explore your data to create stunning reports, discover insights, and summarize your data into easy-to-understand text narratives for sharing. With Copilot, you can turn insight into action with triggers that monitor your data and notify users. You can even create your own custom natural language experiences that combine Azure OpenAI models and your organization's data, and easily publish your creations as plugins. And with your data in Fabric, Copilot provides insights and answers everywhere work gets done. Most importantly, Microsoft Cloud runs on trust, which means your data always remains your data. Bring your data into the era of AI with Microsoft Fabric.
As you can see that how Microsoft Fabric is unified all the services and give us the best value for our data state journey. So let's see what we have in our demo. here all the services and a different computes, different engines unified into a single platform. So Microsoft Fabric is redesigning how we work with the data and bringing all your data and analytics tool in a single experience and have a generative AI built in on top of it. But before we jump into demo, let me ask you a question. How many of you are using data to take decisions in your day-to-day life? I think all of us. So we are taking decision based on data. We want insights from our data, which are being put into data stores or a data lake. As data is life of modern business and holding the key to informed decision, strategic growth. But the raw data is like a vault filled with gold, useless, and unless you have tools to unlock its true potential. That's where the Royal Cyber and Microsoft Fabric comes together to empower you. So my next question to you all is that how many of you create a business report and use Power BI to creating them? Yeah, so we have several with us. So you will all know how much it will take with respect to time to create a good and insightful report which stakeholder can easily understand and then make use of it. The stakeholders knows how critical these reports are for them, so they take the right decision for the business. So let's assume that we got one such request at the last moment, and I'm going to show you the magic in creating these reports and making our life easy. So with the help of Microsoft Fabric and Copilot can do wonders and save times and also enhance the productivity in creating such reports. So for this demo, we have some sales data ingested to our data lake, and we have a request from management and that we have an urgent meeting with our sales team and other C-level persons. So mostly we get the request at the last moment, creating to create reports urgently. So if we have a traditional way of building reports and only we have a Power BI or other tools, so it will become a trick and also time-consuming task to create this report in a given time. But now that we have a Copilot built in with Fabric, we can create a good report in a matter of time. Let me show you how. So basically, here is the Power BI homepage, as you are familiar with this. And we have the Copilot waiting for our instruction. So let me go through the Copilot and we can see that it's giving us a prompt right now. So we can suggest a content for this report, or it can create a page that shows what we can do. So now, so basically we will click on this to see what it will suggest to create on sales data. So it suggests as the 4 types of report we can create our meeting as you can see. So what is in my data set suggest a content for this report, create a page that shows and summarize on the visual. So I will click on this one. They suggest a content for this report. As you can see, we have a 4 type of reports it's suggesting to us. So first I will go with the sales performance analysis and create and give in the prompt to create that report for us. So we just give the prompt to Copilot and it analyzing. So Copilot will create this report, which is will analyze by performance or by product region and customer segment. We will see that it will create with the just matter of time, and you can see how wonderful, beautiful report it crafted by the Copilot for us. Yeah, so as you can see, it's been generated by the Copilot. Let me collapse that so you can easily understand what is in the report. So you can see the sum of sales order, the same of sales category by name, all the things which are useful for us, and it's full dynamic. We can change it from here for different regions, so we get the different results. We can select the different category name, so we can get the results on the runtime. So how cool it is. Let's do with the one the Another report is a delivery efficiency evaluation. Let's create it and see how the Copilot will create this. So as you can see, how these basically reports are being created in just in a matter of minutes, which takes several days or several hours to make things happen. It's just creating those reports in just a matter of minutes. So we don't have to wait for our reports as a stakeholder, and we just have the report in just a matter of minutes. Or we can also, as a stakeholder or C-level person who don't know how the Power BI works or how can we generate the report. So the Copilot makes all the things very easy for us. So as you can see, the delivery efficiency valuation report has also been generated. As we can see, there are different graphs in this and different numbers it's showing to us, and we don't know what is happening in this report. So we will just go and tell him the summarize the visual on this page, and it will summarize the visual for us. So we will take that summary and explain to the stakeholders of this report that what is happening in this report. So basically, we can generate the report by just giving the prompt. We can visualize or summarize the visualization of the reports in just a matter of minutes. And we can also not just basically perform these two tasks, but we can also ask him, so why these visuals are being shown to us? What are behind the data? So as you can see, the site summarize that visualization for us that the data provide primarily of insights into delivery efficiency of a particular business over considerable time frame. The average real-time shipping took slightly longer than what initially has been scheduled, and late deliveries pose a risk to the business. And it's also, you can see, shows us that where it's taking that results and from where it been which summarize that result. So we can ask him that why more deliveries, why more late deliveries are there. So you can query on that specific visualization that why it is happening and why it isn't shown on the data on the report. So you can ask him, so it will tell you that what is happening behind the scene on the data level. So see that how the Copilot is making us easier for to create, visualize, summarize, and query our data easily. So as we got the answer that from available data, it's not possible to point out, but however, the shipping modes doesn't seem have the correlation with the late delivery. So furthermore, based on the data average days for shipping days, it varies greatly from day to day. So basically, we can get all the answers just a matter of prompt. So basically, we have the delivery efficiency tracking and we have a delivery count status. So you can have average shipping rail in schedule, count of delivery status high. So we can create one more report from this, the customer behavior report, and we will then show you that. So it's been query. So we have given the query to the Copilot and it will generate the report based on customer behavior, that how their purchase history, geographical location, and it will generate the report on that. So we can, as you can see, what we can do with the Copilot in Power BI and what features it give us to be used in this workload. Let's see in our further demo that how it helps us in the data science workload, which is the Synapse data science and incorporated with the Microsoft Fabric. We can train the model. We can do exploratory data analysis. We can load the data with the help of basically the Copilot, which is attached to the Synapse data science module. So it's help us in every workload of the Fabric. We can where we need him. Can generate, it can summarize all the code for us. It can summarize the graph for us on the Synapse data science. We will see in our further demo. So right now you can see that the 3 reports have been generated. So it's see how we create all 3 reports in just matter of minutes, and we can save this report in our demo as the sales report, and we are good to go with the meeting. So now let's move to our second demo. So we already see the capabilities of Copilot with Microsoft Fabric in Power BI, that how it's easy for us to generate the reports based on our data in Microsoft Fabric. And we just give a simple natural language prompt and it generates the reports for us. And it can summarize reports for us and it can give query. So basically it can give answer related to our queries as well. So let's move and take from the business intelligence platform to the data science platform, which also in our Microsoft Fabric. So we have Synapse data science and we have a task. So basically to build a time series forecasting. So, and let's have a scenario. We don't have a data scientist in our team right now, and we have to build a model to showcase to the client. And now my manager gives the task to me to create the machine learning model. So how the Copilot will help a data analyst or a data engineer which has no they have not a background in the data science. How can they build the model and understand the graph and all the terminologies, all the libraries which are doing that, which are being integrated to create the machine learning model. So let's go. This is the Jupyter notebook in the Microsoft Fabric, which is an interactive environment. We all data scientists know very well, and we love to work on the notebooks. So first we will install the Microsoft Profit library for our time series forecasting. Then we will install a package for Copilot as well. So in this, it gives us some information that your data is not being used to train the model and it's not been available to other customer and it's not stored more than 30 days. So it's using the GPT 3.5 Turbo 16K model right now. And what it can do for us, so it has 6 different commands. So the chat command we can ask questions according about our notebook state and let the LLM reply us according to the situation. And we have a code command where we can generate the code for our work or visualize our data based on the requirement. Then we have describe command to describe anything in our notebook. It can be data frame, it can be any other variable. Then we have a add comments. So basically add comments, add the comments in the code of the cell. So it is the toughest task to add the comment to the code. So this will help us to add the comment. Then there is a fix error, which fix the errors in our cell. Then the last one, translate. So it will translate the code from one language to another. If we have a code in Java language, we can translate it to the Python or vice versa. Then we have configuration commands and other things. So the one thing which we have is the set sharing level. So we have in control that which data or which code or output we can share with the LLM or which we cannot share. So we can set the sharing level as well. Then we move to our machine learning model. Then we have to evaluate, score the time series forecasting model. So we load the data. So we have a property sales data with us right now loaded into the lakehouse. So we have to build the time series forecasting on this data. So we have the basically text class, we have different parameters, or we can say features on our data set on which we will create the forecasting model and see how Copilot will help us to create without being knowledge of data science. So we will define some variables here. Then we will import the ML flow, which is a tracking library, experiment tracking library. So we will see how the ML flow will in basically work in this scenario. Then you can see that I just write that command code and tell him to load the sales data from the property lake house, which is my name of the lake house, into data frame, and see it generate the code for me. So I will just run it and I have the data set with it. So then I have to begin the exploratory data analysis after loading the data into the notebook. So basically, we have a display function in notebook to display the data frame. So we have loaded the data frame in our notebook. You can see we have all the parameters or all the features with us, and we have to forecast the sales price of that. So I've used the chat command and tell him to please review the data set which I've loaded and give insights for the on better understanding of the data. So it gives me some insight out of it, and he said that instance of 00 sales price according to glossary implies term ownership, no cash consideration. The data set covers building classes. However, notebook will only focus on the residential building. Then the sales price column is stored as a string, which is presented the dollars character. To proceed with analysis, represent the column as number. So I can use the sales price as integer. So we have to type conversion, the filtering. So either here I have just used the code command and use the filter the data to only include the instance that meet all the condition, and I have defined all the condition. The sales price is greater than 0, total unit should be greater than 0, the building class or at the time of sales is a type A, and the gross square foot is greater than 0. So it generate me the code which I have defined above. So it generate the code, the DF with columns and sales price with regular expression, and then with the sales greater than 0, total units greater than 0. So the whole code will be generated by the Copilot. Then I have to perform the aggregation. So for aggregation, this will also help me in creating the code for aggregation. So I just gave him the prompt in natural language to aggregate the data on monthly basis. So and give the complete prompt. So it will generate the correct code for me. So here it generate the code for me that to select the DF and which columns to select, which I have defined him in the prompt. And here we can see all my data is showing here: the sales price, the total unit, the gross, and the month. So after this, I have tell him to generate the code which aggregate the sales price, total unit, and gross square value by month. So it generate me the code where they summarize the data frame. So you can see the output as well here. See how it make easy for us to create the machine learning model or to perform the exploratory data analysis, which we don't have any knowledge to perform. We just tell him in our own language and it will create the code for us. Then we have in the visualization, I just tell him to please generate the visualization code for the total property sales per month and also total property square feet sold per month. So here it generate the code for visualization for me. So as you can see, the matplot library generated the graph for the total property sales per month and total property square feet sold per month. Then I'll say him to please summarize the above graph of the EDA into observation point. So here is the summary, it's generated for me. Then comes the model training and the tracking part. So here I didn't use much Copilot in the model training and tracking because it's the simple process, and I've just used the fit model and created the machine learning model in the Prophet library. Now then comes the cross validation part, and I have also used the cross validation techniques on this to basically validify our model results on using the cross validation technique. Then here comes the ML flow. And here I will basically log my model, which I just trained above. Here I am, yeah, basically creating that ML flow experience where I just setting up my model and that how it will be fit and then append it to the model. And uh, basically in machine learning uh, ML flow library, we have converting the whole process which we have done before into the package. So if we just move the model to the production, so we don't have to write the pipeline again. So we just package it into the machine ML flow pipeline, and it will handle all the things for us. So this is the thing I have created. So I have initiate model, fit the model, then validate and log the model with the parameters as we see before. But the process we have done. So we just replicated for the ML flow. So when we have the model drift or anything which is related to the model monitoring, and if our model uh, performance degrades, so we can retrain our model. So it's for that purpose. So again, then here is the output. Basically, it's log the model and create the pipeline for me. So again, I use the code command of Copilot and tell him to generate the code to visualize the model which we have trained. So it uh, generate the code for me, and here is the visualization which this code generate. So I tell him to summarize the above graph as I don't understand what is happening in the graph. So it's just saying that the smallest change in that parameter value in the first graph leads to underfitting of the trend, and the largest value in the third graph may result in overfitting. So it's telling me where it's coming leads to the underfitting and where it can be lead to the overfitting. Same goes for visualize the trend and seasonality. So basically, I just tell him to generate the code to visualize trend and seasonality using the profit. So it generate the code for me, and here it is, the graph of trend and seasonality based on yearly and monthly. And I am here. Then I say to please summarize the graph for me to understand it. So in these graph, it generate. Then this graph, the light blue shades reflect the uncertainty. The top graph shows the strong, long periodic oscillating trend, and the low graph shows the sales trend to peak in February and September. So it's summarized for me, which we show in the graph. So see how it make easy our life to create the machine learning model easily. So from data loading to model experiment, model training, then the model validification, and then to analyze the model performance, Copilot is help in every step. So now we have score. The fifth step is to save the model, save the prediction result. So basically, we just load the model and perform transformation and perform the prediction on the model, which using the model transform function of the PySpark. Then it will create the batch prediction for us, and these batch prediction I have just like put that those prediction of our model into our lakehouse for further analysis in the Power BI. So as you can see how the Copilot is helping us from creating the business reports in minutes and training and creating the machine learning model, which we think the hard part of the machine learning in just simple in some minutes. So we can perform our complete workflow of data science from data ingestion to machine learning and then using it for our production. We can all do in our Fabric with the help of Copilot. If we are a data guy or not, the Copilot will help us for creating the scalable solution. So this is the demo right now, which we have shown, which we have shown you. Now move to the next part of the webinar. So we have been seeing the demo and the capabilities of Microsoft Fabric with the Copilot. Let's discuss more on Fabric and see what it offers to us other than Copilot and generative AI, and how it simplify our data state journey. So how do we achieve this simplification? So for achieving the simplification, these are the three aspects from which we try to achieve the simplification. First, we need a data access which should be more lake-centric and open architecture. We need a SaaS-based complete analytic platform. And the third, as we have seen also in the demo, being more predictive with the AI and the Copilot. So let's see how we can got all the three aspects in the single platform. So here is the answer: a unified platform in the era of AI for the enterprise by Microsoft. Microsoft Fabric is a unified lake-centric open SaaS solution that combines all the analytic tool a customer needs to empower the business and enable AI across their organization. Microsoft Fabric provides a new unified experience for all the different types of data workloads. It is designed to simplify the complexities of data processing tool with the lake-first approach based on open standards. It empowers everyone from data professionals to non-technical business users to collaborate by using role-tailored and well-integrated tools that are both easy to use and rely on secure platform foundation. As you can see, it's a unified architecture with the unified experience, and we have a governance which also unified in this. And the important thing, the unification of business model. We have a different analytic tool, a data factory, a Synapse data engineering, data science, data warehouse. We have already seen the Synapse data science and a Power BI in our demo, and we have the other services as well. So we can, in our coming webinars, we can discuss these services with the help of Copilot and other as well. So let's move to the next slide. So as we discussed earlier, the three aspects to achieve simplification, let's see how Fabric is fulfilling all these benchmarks to be the rightful contender. So let's see the first, which Fabric is offering to us: a simplicity to access and manage your data, a lake-centric and open architecture approach. So no matter which path you take, the results are almost always the same. You end up with the multiple silos data lakes for different business domains. Then you need to build solution for breaking down these silos. This usually involves moving the data. Even after moving the data, most users' applications are not able to access data directly. So you build data marts, then data warehouses, cubes, and Power BI datasets to serve the data. And these don't reference the data. These are the copies of the data. And sometimes these are the copies of data. So before you know it, you have data flying all over the place. However, you build the complex solution to manage all these activities because of the value you are able to get from the data itself. So what is the solution which Microsoft Fabric is offers to us? So one lake for all your data, the OneDrive for the data. The one lake provides a data lake as a service. So basically, one lake is your organization unified multi-cloud SaaS data lake, eliminating the data duplication and integration. For the years, you have had OneDrive for all your documents. Now you have one lake for all your data. So far, we have been only talking about the data storage. It's the compute that power all the analytical solutions. So in Fabric, compute is completely separate from storage. The different Fabric workloads leverage multiple analytical engines. When reading and writing data to one lake, workload will use these to write data to their data items, either can be warehouse or a lakehouse. These items are represented as file and folders, and in one lake, we have not created any proprietary formats. All the tabular data is stored on Delta Lake Packet format. This is the concept we call one copy. So the one copy aims to get most value possible out of a single copy of data without data movement and duplication. Because of we have a standardized data tabular data on SAM Delta Packet format, any engine is able to read and the data written by any other engine without any import or the data duplication. So this concept we all can call one copy. So thanks to one copy, the decision on which engine is used to build your analytical solution can be separated from how the data is going to be consumed and used. It is now on you. You may use some teams who prefer working with T-SQL and stored procedures to build data warehouse, and or if you have a data engineering team who are more oriented toward the Sparks rather than SQL. So Each team can build the solution their way while still all contributing to the same data lake. Now, so sharing and accessing data with one lake is easy. And one lake remove the need of data duplication and improve the data throughput because both internal and external data source from one lake can be composed together without any data movement using shortcuts. So whether you have data stored in Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud, you can make your data available in your one lake and query those sources using different engines of Microsoft Fabric. We can see multi-cloud shortcuts right here. This let you virtualize the data across clouds into a single logical lake without any data movement and duplication. So as you have seen, Shortcut can bring data from other platforms which support open storage layer without any data movement or duplication. What about the platform that doesn't have any storage, open storage layer for this fabric? So for this fabric has an option of mirroring of data, which we will discuss later in our webinar. So now move to the second feature which Fabric offers to us to achieve the simplification, which is easy access to analytic engines, a SaaS-based unified platform. Microsoft Fabric persona are a different type of workloads within the Microsoft Fabric. You might need to understand what are different workloads or a product. You might call them to create analytic solutions. So we have different optimized experience like the Synapse Data Warehouse, Synapse Data Engineering, Data Science, Data Factory, and the Power BI. So Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric provide a cloud-scale data movement and data transformation service that allow you to solve the most complex ETL scenarios. It is intended to make your experience easy to use, powerful, and truly enterprise grade. It helps to orchestrate data movement and transformation, efficiently monitor and manage data across your organization at enterprise scale. One challenge that business users face is management of various types of source of data. To experience of finding and connecting the data can be difficult and fragmented experience. Data flow provide consistency in connecting and loading the data. It is a low-code interface for data ingestion, transformation, and loading. It orchestrates the movement of your hybrid data state effectively and monitor and manage the data across your organization. So data flow separates your ETL logic and storage, enabling your data destination to be flexible. You can ingest from hundreds of sources, come in a variety of formats, and load them into multiple destinations. So business users spend 80% of their work on the data preparation, which delay the work of analysis and decision making. So basically, the data factory enables also the data automation for the ETL processes with the pipeline. The pipeline is a logical group of activities that together perform a task. And then after the pipeline allow you to manage the activities as a set of instead of each one individual. That way you can deploy and schedule the pipeline instead of activities independently. If you need to apply transformation to the data as it ingested or merge data with multiple source, you can use data flow activity to run data flow. You can use a Power Query user interface to define data flow that include multiple transformation and steps it includes in the pipeline. So Synapse Data Engineering is a Microsoft service that enables a large-scale data engineering and analytics. So it provides a comprehensive tool for processing, storing, and transforming the data, allow easy access integration for various data sources. It enables you to implement data transformation the ways you want with the tools you prefer. Like for the code-based ETL, you can use Spark notebook written in Python, Java, or R, or simply execute Spark jobs with your own code. For the most common scenarios, you can create a low-code UI-based pipelines with a data pipelines at a data flow generation tool. Or if you are a Power BI query user, you can already use Power Query to get the transform your data. Data flows are a type of cloud-based ETL for building, executing scalable data transformation processes based on Power Query. Data flow allows you to extract data from various sources and transform it using a wide range of transformation and load it into the destination. So all these type of data transformation can be run on demand and can be scheduled, uh, executed hourly, daily, weekly, or a monthly with just few of clicks. They will run on the same serverless compute as you are authoring these items. If we take a step back and look at your entire data state, you probably have dozens of hundreds of data sources scattered from different databases and SaaS application. Fabric enables you to copy all data into one lake. Data pipelines provide dozens of connectors out of the box and used databases and storage system. And data flows you to access more than hundreds of connectors, bring your data under the one lake, and easy to build any ETL or ELT pipeline you may need. Now let's move to the Synapse data science. So data science workload on Microsoft Fabric enabled an end-to-end well-integrated experience for machine learning practitioners based on a popular source like Apache Spark and MLflow, and as well as the rich tools of Python data science ecosystem. So focus on quickly getting the insights from the data to model and insights. Let's look how data science on Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric models and experiment tracking experience enables data scientists to store and compare the different models and runs version. Fabric supports MLflow APIs and includes an enhanced collaboration experience for ML experience and model artifacts. Fabric integrates an open source framework tools you love, to expand. Synapse ML is open source Apache Spark library. It enables machine learning at a scale. And Synapse include integration with the ready-to-use machine learning service like a cognitive service or vision, speech, language processing, and translation. It also supports Azure OpenAI to enable access the large language model that are fine-tuned and ready to use without any pain. Then comes the Data Wrangler, which is a new data preparation tool that makes common data tasks easy. Data scientists can easily explore the characteristics of data through built-in stats and charts and go ahead and clean the data, extract features, and do all the common data preparation tasks with ease for the nice user interface. This tools generate a Python code, and in future we will use to generate a Spark code as well. Semantic link. It brings together data science and data analysis. It opens the Power BI to data scientists. With a new SAMPy library, you can read Power BI dataset from Python notebook, and you can discover relationships, join data, and detect data quality issues. So you can process your data with your favorite Python libraries and then write it back to the one lake. The dataset will be available in Power BI with the new Power BI direct lake mode. So let's move to another workload of Fabric Synapse real-time analytics. So with the real-time analytics in Fabric, we want to bring the paradigm shift that happened in real life to business world. In same way, today we are just go and buy books, music, and movies online. We want you to have same easy to use and a friendly experience when it comes to working with real time. By democratizing the data for both citizen and advanced data scientists, Fabric create a powerful analytics solution that can be used by anyone in your organization regardless of their duty. The result in a more agile, data-driven organization that is better for equipped to take the challenges of today's environment. So the real-time analytics experience is built on top of Azure Data Explorer engine, also known as Gusto, with the focus of ability to full integration with the other Fabric experience. Fabric RTA reduce the complexity because of default stream ingestion and ingesting everything by being integrated with other Fabric experience. Real-time analytics also simplify how you work with your data. By default, integration with Power BI and mirroring to Lakehouse, you can easily create Power BI reports on every dataset or explore them via notebook. All this can be achieved via no-code, drag and drop user experience. Now let's move to another tool, which is a data activator. It's a no-code tool for automatically taking actions when pattern or conditions are detected in changing data. It monitors the data in Power BI reports and Event Hub data streams for when data hits certain threshold or matches other pattern. It automatically takes appropriate action, such as alerting user or kicking off the Power Automate flow. So it's allow customers to build a digital nervous system that acts as data across their data and scale timely manner. Business user can describe business condition in no code experience to launch an action such as emails, Teams notification, Power Automate flow, or call into third party action system. Business user can self-serve their need to reduce their reliance on IT and other developer. So customer organization don't need developer team to manage and maintain custom in-house monitoring and alerting solution. Some of the common use case are run ads when same store sales decline, alert stores manager to move food from falling grocery stores, retail customers who can add a bad experience by tracking their journey through apps and website, etc. We are all familiar with Power BI, but what changes in the fabric we will discuss at one. Power BI is natively integrated with whole Trident experience, and this native integration brings unique mode of accessing data called direct lake. Basically, we have different type of query methods also. So the one we have is a direct query mode or an import mode, but the direct query mode, it's slow, but it's a real time. Import mode is a latent duplicative, but it's a fast mode. But direct lake mode is a groundbreaking new engine capability to analyze very large data set in Power BI. The technology is based on idea of loading Parquet formatted file directly from data lake without having to query a data warehouse or a lakehouse endpoint, or without having import or duplicate data into Power BI dataset. Direct lake is the fast path to load data from data lake straight into Power BI engine and ready for analysis. So the mirroring. Currently mirroring feature is in the private preview, which is the mirroring is a feature that provides a modern way of accessing and ingesting continuous and seamless data from any database or data warehouse into the data warehouse experience. Azure Cosmos DB, SQL DB, or Snowflake customer will be able to use mirroring to mirror their data in one lake and unlock all the capabilities of Fabric Warehouse, Direct Lake Mode, and Notebook, and much more. So as all the data in Fabric, whether added via the shortcut to a lake in the lakehouse or data ingested through Data Factory. Now, mirroring can data across any database can be cross-joined and will be enabling query across any database. So as we have already seen from the demo, how Microsoft Fabric and Copilot is making the life easy for us. And then we know artificial intelligence is increasingly becoming a part of our life and transforming the way we live and work. The generative AI is currently a hot topic, and everyone wants to know about it and try it and incorporate in their products and their day-to-day workflows of the company. So Microsoft launched the product Copilot as the Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, said that we are a Copilot company, and adding to this, we believe future where there will be the Copilot for everyone and everything you do. So Microsoft initially come up for the Copilot idea through a GitHub Copilot. So the GitHub Copilot is a design for programmers to write code. So later they have integrated this assistant in their main products and service, including the Microsoft 365, GitHub Dynamics 365, Microsoft Fabric, Microsoft for Sales and Finance. By this, make the life of employees easier who spend more time in the redundant work. Let's see what other than the Copilot Microsoft offers in the generative AI. So adding to the efficiency of Microsoft Fabric is a remarkable integration with Copilot. So other than that, we can also create a custom AI experience for your data by creating AI plugins for Copilot, which is in private preview, as we also see in the video. We can use the Azure AI services and Fabric provides us two options for utilizing those services. The one is pre-built AI model in Microsoft Fabric. So Fabric seamlessly integrate with the Azure AI service, allowing you to enrich your data with the pre-built AI models without using the prereq. Services such as Azure OpenAI, Azure Text Analytics, and Translator. And the second option is bring your own key. So basically, you can provision your AI services on Azure and bring the key from Azure to use them in the Fabric. And if the desired service aren't supported in the basically by the Fabric of the pre-built AI model, you can still use the bring your own key version. We can create AI plugins in Copilot for Fabric. These plugins serve as a customizable tools to extend Copilot capabilities, offering tailored solution to meet the diverse business needs. For example, we can create a plugin for teams on our data, which is on Fabric ecosystem. And any stakeholder or upper management from a company can do a QA session on Microsoft Teams rather than view a report on Power BI, as we see in our presentation. But currently this feature is in private mode. That's why we haven't included this in our demo. But we have seen this capability in the video which we have shown you earlier. So we have so much unified in one platform, from seamlessly data storage to transformation of data to governance, and the cherry on the top, generative AI service. So we don't have to worry about all the integration and spend many hours on managing different services. So as the saying, the great things come with a price. So let's move and see about its licensing and costing. Now here comes the important aspect, the licensing and the costing of Microsoft Fabric. Now, as we can see, we need license to work with Microsoft Fabric. And there are three types of license which Microsoft provides us: free, pro, and premium. Let's see the difference between all of them. So the free license allow you to create and share Fabric content other than Power BI items. The Microsoft Fabric, if you have the access to capacity, either trial or paid, this is the great option to get started with Fabric. The pro license let you share the Power BI content. It's more for the Power BI guys. This license is ideal for individual users who need to create and share Power BI reports and dashboards. The last is the premium per user, PPU license. A PPU license provide all the features of pro license. Plus, it's also give capabilities for managing and securing your workspace. This license is designed for organization that need to deploy Fabric at a scale. We need so basically we need SKUs for developing or developing our stuff with the Copilot and all the things. So for deploying Fabric tenant on Azure Cloud, we have different SKUs. So let's see the pricing of those SKUs. We can see there are the hourly and monthly charges of different SKUs of the Fabric. And here is a note for the generative AI service and Copilot. They all will work with the F64 and above SKUs. And these generative AI service will not work below F64 SKUs. So now let's see how enterprise are adopting Microsoft Fabric and how they look this platform and what benefits actually will got from this platform. So after the Microsoft Fabric comes in the public preview. So the 25K active organization, the Microsoft Fabric, 84% of the customers are using at least 3 workloads in Fabric, and 64% of Fortune 500 companies are using it. Microsoft Fabric offers several key benefits for enterprises, ranging from improved developer experience and productivity to enhance application security and scalability. So first is development benefits. So it fosters your development, improve the productivity of your developer, enhance quality and maintainability, and it's also increased the scalability of your solution. Here comes the costing benefit. So it's reduced the development cost because all the services are into the one platform. It optimizes the infrastructure cost and improves the business agility and security cost. The other benefits, like it improves the collaboration between your team and it simplifies the governance. It empower your business with deeply integrated with Microsoft 365. It always we have the AI Copilot to accelerate the productivity and discover insights from our data.
Thank you, Osama, for the wonderful presentation and the demo. I hope the demo and the presentation was useful for all the people on the call. Let's see what Royal Cyber has to offer in Microsoft Fabric and Copilot. Royal Cyber is also a Microsoft certified gold partner, and our consultants are Microsoft certified professionals who have like extensive experience in designing and deploying Fabric solutions. We also have a lot of successful history of helping business unlock the potential of the data. We also provide comprehensive support throughout the entire implementation process, from strategy to ongoing optimization. Our solutions are also designed to grow with your business needs, ensuring a future-proof data analytics platform. With that, we conclude our presentation, and thank you very much, all of you, for being on the webinar. And I hope this is really helpful, understanding about the Microsoft Fabric and the Copilot capabilities. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions now, and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you.